What's up, guys? Today we're going to be making Filipino style peanut brittle. This is the classic style I've seen many times when I'm on vacation and bringing back some pasta lubang. We're going to start with 2 parts brown sugar, 1 part water, and we're going to put that on medium heat on our stove here and just stir it up. We're going to put a little pinch of salt. Salt always goes in a nice dessert, helps bring out the flavor. We'll bring this up to a boil, make sure all the sugar is melted. And once it starts to boil, we're going to add in our peanuts. You're going to want to use raw peanuts. If you use toasted peanuts, it's going to taste burnt at the end, so raw is the way to go. We're going to use 3 parts raw peanuts. Make sure to use the same cup, no matter what size you use for all of these measurements. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Now we're just going to mix it up. This is pretty much the whole recipe now. We just wait for it to get thick. So we're going to stir it, let the water evaporate, let the sugar caramelize. You can see here after 2 or 3 minutes it's starting to get into a thick syrup stage. And the goal here is to take it until it's grainy. You want it to start to get like it's sand. Basically you want it to turn back into brown sugar. You can see it's super thick here. Be very careful not to get this on your skin. It will burn you and it'll hurt really bad. Here we go, it's super thick now. We're very close. This is only 2 or 3 minutes. You can seriously make this in less than 10 minutes from start to finish. Here we are, it's starting to get thick. We're going to scrape down the sides of the pan. And you can see it's starting to get sandy. This is perfect. So we're going to, once it turns into sand, we're going to try to get it back into a liquid and only keep it there for a few seconds. So the goal is basically to remove all the liquid and then have the sugar melt so that the sugar turns into that classic glassy peanut brittle consistency. So you can see it's starting to melt. There we go. Another minute later and it's turning back into liquid. We'll just keep stirring it up. There we go. You can see how wet it is now. I didn't add any liquid, that's just the melted sugar. So we'll give it a nice stir, leave it for another 15 or 20 seconds, and then we're going to pull it off. We'll put it in this dish here and let it cool down. It's that easy. Make sure not to touch this again. Very dangerous. You will burn yourself. But this is really delicious, guys. Very savory, sweet. It's got a nice roasted, toasty flavor. This is after it's cooled down quite a bit. This is maybe 5 or 10 minutes later while it's still warm. I'm going to pull it apart. I don't want huge chunks just because it's kind of hard to bite into a really thick piece of peanut brittle. You can see you get a nice thick caramel strings going on here. It's really nice. I'm going to pull it apart into nice little bite-sized chunks. I'm just kind of playing with it just so you can see the consistency, but this isn't necessary. You can wait for it to cool down into a brick and then just break it apart with a hammer or with your hands, maybe a cup, whatever you have on hand. This is what it looks like at the end, and it's cooled down. Nice little bite-sized consistency. I put it into a Tupperware container and it stays good for weeks. It's going to be super crunchy. Oh yeah, this was great. I ended up giving some out to my neighbors. They really liked it. The kids around the neighborhood really loved it. Super toasty, guys. I hope you get a chance to make it. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.